He's been battling that now for a while. Reggie Sanders is healthy for a change, but it's not easy to get healthy against Kevin Brown, who had it going again. Mike Morgan, though, was battling him. Luis Castillo takes one looking. Florida threatening in the third. 2 on, 2 out for the clutch hitting Moises Alou, but Morgan fools him with a yacker. Willie Green charges it and gets him out of the inning. To the 5th, Deion Sanders against Brown. Goes with it the other way, slaps it. Heck comes Brett Boone, and he's flying. Alou's going to try and get him, but there's no way. Reds up 1-0. Top of the 6th. Runner on first, Alou with another chance.
Well, you're not going to beat Alou too many times right here. Stand with the ball, drives that breaking ball to right field, the ground rule double.
But Nia would later score, even though he had to hold up at third for that. Mike Remlinger on a relief of Morgan. 3-2 pitch, he walked the pitcher. Base is loaded, and now he's got Castilla with a chance to give the Marlins the lead. He pounds it into the ground. Pokey race playing for Larkin, gets the out. They're out of the 6th, we're still 1-all. Al Morris up in a 1-all game with a runner in scoring position, but he lines it right to Castilla. Reggie Sanders doubled off. They end the 6th with a double play. To the 8th, still 1-all. Deion facing Dennis Cook now. Saw it off.
Well, I don't think Deion thought this ball was going to fall. He didn't get a great jump. They end up getting in a rundown. He should have been thinking double the whole way. Instead, he gets caught in a rundown, and I'm sure Deion will get used to this and learn how to bust out of the box once again and getting back to playing baseball.
Sure set the pants. Extra innings, top of the 10th, 1 out. Hector Carrasco facing Alou. Reggie suffering a little lot of, maybe the backlight of Ray Knight's concussion. Dropped the ball on the warning track, but they couldn't score Alou. Then Sanders beats one into the turf. Eric Owens off and running. They get Sanders, but he moves the runner. Owens in scoring position for Pokey Reese. Takes the hanging curve and deposits his first major league hit and makes it a very meaningful one to bring the Reds a 2-1 win in 10 innings. Very well-pitched game. 25-minute rain delay, and then the man who signaled their demise when he went to Atlanta. Greg Maddux wheeling and firing against his old teammate back in Chicago now, Sean Dunston. The pickoff move was thwarted. Dunston's in scoring position. Bobby Cox not worried because Brooks Kieschnick wasn't ready for Maddux. Slaps one to center. Lofton hauls it in. Maddux out of the jam. Then this bouncer by Scott Service. Maddux, one of the best pitchers in baseball, skies it away. Harold, what happened?
Well, Gary, he gets there nice, but look at the weather is going to cause you to do all kinds of things, throwing the ball away.
Service on third. Brian McRae at the plate. He's struggling early on. Maddux paints the corner on him. 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 unearned run. He struck out 8, but Terry Mulholland matched him. Struck out Ryan Klesko.
No score. Short.
And then Eddie Perez to Dunston, and Dunston gets Maddux disease. That one sailed over Brant Brown's head. Klesko comes in to provide the first run of the game.
Working on the form there, Gary. Sean, it's not the form, it was the ball.
Sean trying to find his form at the plate. Kenny Lofton calling off the rookie, and Andrew Jones collides with Lofton.
Well, scary play. The center fielder is the quarterback out there in the outfield, and Andrew Jones is going to have to learn that, being a center fielder himself, moving over to right field now. He's going to have to learn he has to back off.
Well, hopefully most games we won't be wearing those earmuffs, and maybe that's what caused Andrew Jones the problem. Wearing the ski mask coming home with Sean Dunston. The old combination finally works out. Ryan Sandberg ties the game with his 1,000th career RBI. Top of the 9th, game tied at 1 out. Klesko aboard. Service falls down and still can't get him at second. Mel Rojas now in a relief, and Blauser looks for the first pitch to 4th down. It doesn't break enough. Klesko comes home. McCray can't handle the ball. 2-1 Braves. Bottom of the 9th, Doug Glanville on third. Mark Wooler's throwing steam.
Great play right there by Lopez blocking the splitter.
And then he gets McRae to bounce to second. Wooler's blew heat by Service and got out of a couple of jams, even though he did allow. Sox scored in the first, so his team's down 1-0 against John Wasden. Saws him off. Rodriguez reads it over Will Cordero's head. Russell Davis, who had also doubled, scores on Rodriguez. 6th double of the year. It's tied at 1. From that point on, it is John Wasden baseball. He got Junior looking, got Paul Sorrento. 1 earned run through 7 innings, but how about Pissarro, Harold?
Well, there's another guy throwing today. Alex Rodriguez standing there 6'4". He's going to catch a lot of those, and he played nice defense. But Facero was the story today. He got the ground balls. He threw the high fastball by Mo here. He mixed in all his pitches, threw very well. The cutter down and in on and then the cutter there in on Naring. I mean, he dominated today, Gary. He threw very, very well. They have to be pleased with his performance so far this year.
Pitched even better than Randy Johnson had it winning on Friday. And the soft liner to balance. What happened to Russ Davis on this?
Well, he didn't know where the infielders were. You got to know where they're at before they pitch.
Well, especially in a tie game, then Shane Mack reads Facero perfectly, thought he pulled it into the corner for extra bases, but then Facero got him on the yacker. It's still a 1-all game. Rodriguez on at first, nobody out. Chris Hammond's now on in relief. And Junior gets robbed. Smashes the line drive that Valentin grabs, so it's still 1-all. We go to the 10th. Laying down the bunt, it's Russell Davis. Jim Poisey off the mound quick, but he blows it trying to get pinch runner Rich Hammer off.
Well, Gary, like you said, he got off the mound quick. He did everything right. He made the right decision. Watch him jump on this ball. He barehands it, makes a nice play, but the weather has been bad. I don't know if this is weather or just falling off balance, but he made the right choice, just made a bad throw.
Well, we saw that in Chicago and Boston. Charlton came in to finish its first 6 games, doing anything to keep warm there, and Jeff Bagwell heats up against Todd Stottlemyre. Bagwell's second home run of the year gives the Astros a 3-2 lead to the 5th. 2 out, man on first. Luis Gonzalez, a slow roller toward third. Gary Gaetti barehanding it. We've seen how much trouble people have had holding the ball on this cold day. Gaetti makes a tremendous, but just got it at first plate. Top of the 6th, man aboard. Nobody out. Nice bunt. They're going to try Gaetti again. Thomas Howard laying it down. Howard's a little bit swifter. He's in there. Later in the 6th, Ramon Garcia, who pitched well, lifted for Bobby Abreu. And this move by Larry Dierker paid off. Blasted into the corner with the bases loaded. They're all going to score. Derek Bell, Thomas Howard, and Russ Johnson. Bobby Abreu then would score on a sac fly. Suddenly a game broken wide open with a 7-2 Astros lead. Jose Lima has not been a good decision for Dierker. Again, he's gotten torched this week. Royce Clayton clears the bases with a double, and suddenly it's a 7-5 game. But Billy Wagner is a different story. Gaetti broke out of a long slump. He'd been hitless against the Astros, but he had 3 on the day. Didn't matter. You look for the fastball against Wagner. He crossed up. Last thing is a silhouette of the state of Minnesota. Some Twins doing anything they could to warm up their bats. We're working all right. Top of the first already, 2-0. Matt Lawton, the spring sensation, just keeps on hitting. This one off Belcher, knocks in Terry Steinbach. Out of that hooded mass, Jermaine Dye's throw is a little late. Twins now up 3-1 in the 5th with a runner aboard. Tim Belcher looks like he got a double play, but why was it so easy?
Well, you got catcher's interference here. Watch the swing. He goes back, hits the catcher's glove. Lots of catcher's reaction. You can tell it hit his hand, but that's a tough call to make for the umpire, and they end up getting the double play out of it.
Becker thought he should have been safe at first. Jeff King with a wrap in the 5th. It's a 1-run game. Doesn't take much to get Tommy Goodwin home. That'll score him easily to make it a 1-run game. Then Scott Cooper, who's starting to hit. Started at DH this afternoon. Pat Mears gave up that shot off Tim Belcher. After Cooper had given the Royals a 4-3 lead, Belcher got in a 3-0 hole. Mears made him pay with a 3-run slam, and then they went on to win it 11-6. So the Twins take the lead alone in the AL Central. Showed up. Well, the Rockies run their lead to 3-0 in the first, then just kept tattooing Jim Bullinger. Kurt Manwaring hits one to a lazy Henry Rodriguez, who instead of throwing it in, lets Vinny Castilla score, but there'd be more of that. Letty Wakia. The former Expo tears into one. He's got 7 homers already. This one towards Pikes Peak at 6-3, and then Castilla, who loved to hit Jimmy Bullinger. Tattoos another one off him. It's his 5th home run of the year. After a shaky start, getting them to that kind of lead helped Jamie Wright settle down. He worked 7. He got FP San Angelo with the off-speed stuff there. And then he got some interesting defense.
Dante Bichette, not graceful, but he made the catch there. Dante coming off that knee injury, staying with the ball. What can you say with that catch here?
Just trying to protect himself, I guess. And it is tough to look graceful in a ski cap. He robbed Shane Andrews, and then Chris Widger, the guy they got for Facero with the bases loaded. He was actually the tying run in the 9th, but Jerry DiPoto worked it out for Don Baylor.